All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nerveland number 2 here, and I have with me a very special guest caster from Team Pandemic. It is Keith. Keith, say hello to the people out there.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And Keith actually came to me asking to do some guest shoutcasting here, so that is a first. But he is touted himself to be a strategy artist or a breakdown artist here. So we'll get some John Madden, we'll get the pins out, we'll start drawing on some stuff, and we'll do it that way. But we got EG going up against Mob Gaming here, and before anybody starts anything tragic here, we did ask if it was okay for Keith to be here broadcasting with us. So we have cleared everything. He is okay to be broadcasting here. And I'll tell you what, you've had the opportunity to play against both of these teams, and we are here on MP Crash. If everybody's familiar with this map, and I got to tell you, the strong point on this map for every team seems to be, how well you can hold the A-bomb site and how well you can take the A-bomb site away. As B is just kind of, you can set them up and knock them down maybe once or twice down the B alley. So, how do you see this going right now? What's your prediction between MOBDeep and EG?
Well, you look at EG versus Mob, and you see old gamers, like very experienced. They all play games with each other. And you see a new team, new gamers, like new up-and-coming kids. Like, you'll see their aim in Mob gaming, like their aim will be good, but EG's aim will be better. At the same time, EG will be outthinking, outsmarting, and outstratting this team. The chemistry will just be there like that, just much like our team. I mean, we've been playing with each other for a really long time, and so have EG. The main players who are really tight together, who have been for a long time, Wombat, Wise Guy, Entity, have all been playing together forever. I used to play with them in I played with them in a Fear tournament in New York, actually. So they've been playing for they've been playing forever. Mark won the first CPL for Quake 3. So, and for this map in general, though, like you said, an A site's a popular way to go, but at the same time, there are other ways to go. A really popular thing to do is in this middle area where you see the sandbag roof and the main shop area with the two buildings and the satellite roof where you can get on. Right. It's a very popular thing to smoke the back of these columns right here.
Absolutely.
And push right through there and get right in their face really fast. The guy in the shops can beat you guys there, but with right nades and right speed, you can beat the guy there, and you can get up there really fast. I'm not gonna say what we do, but I've seen people do that.
And it comes down to your SMGs too, and I would agree with you completely there. And I've learned a lot from watching guys like you guys play Crash as well. And there's a whole forethought thing to smoking the middle. Sometimes you do it to make them think you're coming. Sometimes you do it to come. Sometimes you do it slow, fast. Smoke twice.
Yeah.
You never know. And we will, hopefully see what happens here. MOBDeep and both EG, I'm sure, will be overthinking this one.
Yeah.
As you're playing to get to the finals here and get through the upper bracket without having to come back up through the losers bracket.
Also, with the EG, you're going to be seeing a lot of slow play. You'll see their players, their aggressive players are going to be Deny. Rob's aggressive, Entity's aggressive. They're passive players, but really good support players are Wombat and Wise Guy. In my opinion, Wombat's the best support player in COD 4 by far. He's one of the best gamers I've ever seen.
I would literally put him on the level as Joe, actually. I would put him on the level as Nabor.
Yeah.
I feel like, in all honesty, not to make any more relations between EG and Pandemic, but I feel that you guys are very similar in a lot of ways, and I think that's another way that you guys have a support player. That is what they do is a support player, and it's absolutely vital to what they do. And I agree with you completely there.
And actually, I used to be a support player for our team, but I transferred roles when Dave joined the team to an SMG role. I'm not a rusher, kind of, except for some maps like MP Vacant, I AK, and Backlot, I'll AK. Sure, but for most maps when it comes to rushing, like District, Crash, I'm usually the SMG rushing guy. But yeah, man, Deny's pretty sick with the SMG. Rob can do pretty much anything. He's a pretty he's an amazing gamer.
He's a good player. That's the best way to describe him.
And I can give shout outs to both of the last two too. Entity's the funnest player to watch on LAN. If you everyone knows he gets really close to the screen. The guy's twitchy.
He's twitchy.
I love watching him behind him. And Ted's just an all around good player. He's one of those guys. He's kind of like Wombat. He plays passive, but he plays smart. He knows exactly what to do. He always does it with the team. They used to play CS. I used to play CS with them all the time, just screwed around. I wasn't as good as they were, but
that's a different level there. Back in the days of the doctors there.
Yeah.
So, well, this is going to be a fun one to watch here on MP Crash, and as always, we'll be bringing you guys the War Room, which is awesome to get to hear EG's War Room, because we don't really get to hear it online too much. They don't let us in for their own reasons, which we totally respect at e-rev. Everybody has their own wishes, but as part of our contract here with the Nerve Center, we get to hear EG's comms, and they're very good.
Yeah.
EG has great comms, and that's partially why they're so good and why they perform so well at I-33 and in North America thus far. So let's go into this first round here. We'll go ahead and break down what they're going to be doing on the offensive side, see what kind of split they will be doing, and we'll take a look here at this single bomb now, which I think has made Crash much better as far as a competitive map. The single bomb has made things much, much better, and it looks like they're going to be coming to this A site, just feeling out some nades this first round, and that is the way you see most good teams do it, at least from a casting perspective. Good teams will show their nades just to show that they have them, and then probably not get a whole lot of kills off of it, but they show that they have them, and that'll slow down rushes to begin with. So let's take a look here at the bomb has not been picked up yet, so they are literally just filling things out yet. Or actually, I think the bomb carrier was killed, and we're going to have some kills going back and forth here as 2 kills come down from EG, and Chimpe will go down as well, so it's a 3v3 right now. And we'll cycle through and find some action for you guys right now here on e-rev TV, as Mav is flashed all to hell right now, sitting back in the trench here in back A. And I have to ask you, Keith, when you're at this level, do you find more teams that actually rush in and play into the A house when they're on defense, or do they sit back and play bottle gaps?
I can guarantee you right now that you won't see Mob successfully rush A site on EG. They can't rush successfully because we have nades all set up for that, because that's a really vulnerable part of the Crash. So
right.
You can't. With lower level teams you can, but like when we play EG, we try to avoid that as much as possible because it's just suicide.
Right, and that's the sign of a good team.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, they're going to do everything they can to keep you out of there, as Mav gets a kill here on NTT, the Twitcher himself, as there's a gun stuck in the wall there. And Wise Guy is going to go down to Mav LP, and the first round will go to MOBDeep here. So 1-0, and they are on the easier side, I would think.
Yeah.
A much, much easier side on defense here. Not to take anything away from MOBDeep, as they played very well and surprised some people here. And I have to ask you this. You've played against MOBDeep and Mob Gaming. And do you see any strengths and weaknesses from either team? Are they pretty even, or do you see one team is better than the other?
Of course, Mob Gaming is better than MOBDeep. Anybody can tell you that. But you can see Mob's a lot more sporadic. They'll do things that I don't want to call it idiotic, but it's more like just random. They'll rush something, and then you won't be ready for it, and you'll just be kicking yourself in the face for it. So that's the kind of play. Mob Gaming's more controlled and overall better gamers. So.
Yeah, I would agree that, I mean, and not only in a flat-out shot perspective, but in experience-wise, they are probably much more experienced than MOBDeep. But I will say this, that I think it's going to be very interesting to see if MOBDeep ends up playing Mob. There's nobody that has played Mob more than MOBDeep. Yeah. And I feel like that'll be a very good match, and I wouldn't put it past MOBDeep to come up with an upset there and try to prove themselves to the Godfather, the rest of Mob Gaming, which has been a great sponsor for them. So,
yeah, Mob Godfather is a pretty intense guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We had him on here a little bit earlier, and he's a great guy, fun guy, man. Loves his job. I could say that. That's for damn sure.
For sure.
And let's take a look here at EG. We got Rob Wiz coming in pretty fast to this ace site, and he's going to get naded by Mav, and that's a nade everybody has, and sometimes you just got to risk that. And they're going to exchange nades here as Chimpe will go down, and Y's going to come up on the helicopter here. And he'll be shooting towards the columns, trying to bait him out with his own bullets, but he gets put down there by Decrez. And once again, this is going pretty fastly here through the mid. Not a whole lot of slow pushes going down. We're on a 45-second clock now as the bomb has been planted. And we have Mav trying to get a pick here on the roof, and he's going to get taken down himself there by DK and Y there. And looks like Decrez will be going up against him and Wombat right now. So let's see if we can find Wombat up on top of the roof. And he's probably going to try and wait for this defuse here, hop down and get the kill.
This is a popular move right here, actually. What you do is you jump off and you get on the ladder.
And you can just hang there.
You fly down the ladder, don't take any damage, and it's kind of confusing noise. But, yeah, it's a really popular
absolutely.
move.
I've had it done to me. It's the thing. And it was kind of a, WTF, you can do that?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree with you there. And it's a great place to sit, especially if you have another teammate up that can actually cover your stairs and tell you where the opponent's at.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at Mob this time around, as we will have Spec coming in with this AK-74U, waiting out these nades, and look how tentative they are playing here, trying to get into back A right now. I mean, they are not even attempting to rush it, and not a single nade landed that time. So, I mean, that is the effect that EG can have on you right there.
They're playing the wrong spots right now with the defense. As you can see, Spec went up to the left side. I mean, he can see the cross in, but he's not helping his teammate because she only can get one shot off before the guy's already in the site, and then he has to rely on somebody from the second floor to recover him, and it's just like a bad spot. I used to play that spot all the time, and I changed, so I have a bunch of different positions.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's also something you see at the lower level, because it seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
You're watching a gap there, you're not exposed, but also you have to make one hell of a shot. to get that guy crossing. If he's strafing across, it's almost impossible. And then, like you said, somebody has to go upstairs and clear that guy out before you're literally flanked from above. So I agree with you completely there, and I mean that's something that MOBDeep will learn from it, especially if they're going to watch the archive here, as I act like I know what I'm talking about, right? And we got Chimpe going down here to a nade here. Mav LP is going to answer back into Rob Wiz, and I tell you, Mav is one of the more underrated players I've seen in this game. I don't know if you played against him quite a bit.
Yeah, he's underrated.
But he is a great player. I think he plays a lot like Taylor, actually, for Mob.
Oh yeah, Taylor has really good aim. Mav also has really good aim. I played Quake with him a bunch of times. I'm a Quake 3 player also, and
right.
I beat him, but he has good aim. Like he hits shots. And I was talking about it earlier today. I said, man, you have really good aim. Just like that, just like experience is not there. And once you get there, he's gonna be a really good player to watch.
Oh, absolutely, and he has plenty of time to grow with it too.
Yeah.
And let's see here. I tell you what, let's do some War Room right now. Let's head into EG's War Room. We'll go there for this round and see what they're talking about in there. Let's go now.
Watch out for push on me. Crash site.
One by me!
Rotating over. Got one broken wall,
Fucking.
Where's it?
Bottom A. Outside of A.
Light and planner. Roof. Go after. Roof. 2. Flanker.
Tango down.
Play it smart, nay, guys. Don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, and once again, I'm being joined by Keith here from Pandemic, and he's going to be my special guest caster as my voice continues to crack like a 13-year-old boy. But I assure you, I have gone through puberty. So let's take a look here at Mom. Let's watch them and see if they've changed anything up here. As again, they are playing. They're playing scared right now, headed into that A side. Spec just thought twice. He looked at it, looked away, looked at it again. He's going to get a kill here on Rob Wiz, who he fortunately caught rushing through that middle. And it's a smart play there that Spec saw the smoke. He's a good player. He saw the smoke and decided to fight the smoke. And you will see that from good players. Saw the smoke come up, came up, shot into it, and got a kill there. And we'll take a look here and see how many people are up, as I am not sure. It is a 3v2 here. Mob Gaming has the advantage this time around. And we'll take a look here at Wise Guy and DKNY here, as he is in the mid right now. Excuse me, guys. And the bomb has not been picked up just yet. And looks like Wise Guy's going to be bleeding out pretty heavily here. We'll switch back and forth between these guys. Spec is on the wooden stairs right now. Looks like Mav is going to drop down. He's going to get shot from the mid right there as he got flashed in mid-air. And that is going to be DKNY almost bleeding out as he's rushing through right now, trying to get on top of Sandbag Roof. He has a friendly guy over there at Arches, and he has spotted somebody, and Decrez there. And they're going to fire AKs at each other here from the broken wall into the middle of the crash. And Decrez, he just way too far out of the open there. He exposed himself from both sides.
There's no comms there. If the Mob Gaming had good comms right there, that wouldn't have never happened. Either he didn't listen or they didn't call it.
Right.
Deny was obviously behind them, so I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of ran out into the open. And a lot of times, you're playing in a match like this, you're on the LAN. A lot of these guys, it's their first time on a LAN from MOBDeep. And you get excited, you want to be a hero. You make a mistake, you made a mistake, and you figure, I can do something cool here, and it doesn't work out like that. I make that mistake in like Cal Open, Cal AM, so I know that happens to everybody, and especially on a big stage like this. So you were present at the last NERV LAN, correct?
Yeah.
And how do you feel this one has gone compared to the first one, other than the 11-hour power outage that happened the first time around?
The power outage, I'll say to this day that power outage made that LAN not a real LAN.
Sure.
We got fourth, so everyone's gonna say, of course we'll say that, but you have a bunch of teams all tired out, battling each other, not all at top form, so it's not gonna be very interesting. But this one, on the other hand, was actually really good. I mean, people are getting in and out really fast, and we're not waiting that long, and everything's going on schedule, and maybe sometimes ahead of time also, so it's really nice to actually have that now in comparison to the last one. Yeah,
I agree with you there. I was not here for the first one, but people seem to be happier this time around, and I'm sure the power outage had a big deal to do with that. And this is a nice place. This is a nice LAN center, so I've had a lot of fun here anyway. And bomb has been planted here. We got 40 seconds left on the clock. Decrez is the last one up here for Mob, and EG has 4 members up right now. Things not looking good for him as he is going to go down to Wombat, I believe.
Yep.
And that'll make it 7-1 here. And I tell you, for being on the hard side here, they're sure making it look a little easy, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they have a pretty good solid. They have a really solid setup. They set up Wombat into blue. Send, I think, Ted towards the right side, towards concrete, watch flank, and maybe towards the middle, Crash. And pretty much they sent Deny by himself into A. When we played them on Crash recently, we beat them 14-10, and like that was actually a problem, as they like, as you can see, Rob is helping out Deny now, but before they sent Deny in by himself, and it was really easy for us to capitalize on that, kill one and then kill the rest. But now they're helping out Deny. It's a lot better.
Rob is just fun to watch, man. He gets kills that he sees people that I don't even see, and we're watching on like a 27-inch TV right now. So it makes me feel pretty bad about myself, but whatever. As Wise Guy and Wombat are going to clean that one up to make this 8-1. And tell you what, let's go to MOBDeep. I'm sorry. Let's go to their event right now. Let's do some war room with them and see if they can adjust anything, if they're even talking to each other.
Middle?
I got the bomb back.
I'll give you a force smoke.
All right. I got one long B.
Sandbag.
Middle. I got two
pillars.
in
Pushing pillars.
There's one in pillar.
Sandbag.
One's pillars, one sandbag.
I'm gonna go roof.
I'm gonna get that bomb down. I'll watch first floor after. One's Crash. One's like creeping A core. Bottom A.
One's Mike D. Crash slide. A court.
Nice, Adam.
Gracias.
All right, we're going to come back to live action here as, maybe a little bit of inexperience showing there from the MOBDeep team. And, we'll see what happens here, but I think this is pretty much a runaway train here for EG.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. 9-1 is something you really don't come back from, especially if you're on the easier side. So.
Especially if you're playing HE,
yeah,
let alone.
Especially playing EG, yeah. If I was here, I'd be pretty emo right now.
Yep.
So.
And, you guys had mentioned that you're going to go to Europe.
Yep, we'll be there.
A couple lands over there.
Yeah, we're hoping we find. If you guys heard, back in Nerveland 1, we had a little scuffle with EG, but now it's perfectly fine. We made up, and we're just kind of better for a greater cause. Like U.S. teams, North America teams go to Europe, and we're gonna try our best and just see which one comes out top. I mean, we're definitely not. We're still gonna say that we're kind of like cutthroat, trying to get each other on this.
That's gonna make you guys better.
Yeah.
It'll make both teams better.
I mean, but this is a lot better attitudes. We're not going to go in talking crap to each other. We're just going to go in and be happy.
And that would make the whole continent look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I know you guys have a lot of relationship. Well, I mean, at least through Rob Wiz.
Yeah.
In the past with, him playing with Pandemic, and you guys, when you went out on top, in COD2, in North America anyway, Rob Wiz was a big part of that. And, I'm happy to see him on a team that's succeeding, and just the same as you guys. I think you guys found a good fit in both directions. So you guys are a lot of fun to watch. It's now 10-1 in favor of EG, and we'll be one more round into halftime, and then I think we will be shortly done here. And once again, this is e-rev TV here at Nerveland number 2. If you guys have any shout-outs you want to get on the air, get them at e-rev on the Game Surge QNet network. We had a lot of Euros in here earlier. Actually, interesting enough, we had Black Main, Mark from Meet Your Maker, all those guys. A lot of the guys that played in the COD4 draft and won it with like 160 ping. Those guys came over, were giving us some some love there, Dignitas and all that. So it's good to see some interest, at least from the European players, and hopefully with you guys, you and EG going over there, earn some respect, and EG has done so already with I-33, and I look forward to seeing you guys perform over there.
Yeah, I hope to perform too. I mean, MYM, I know actually one of their players, Diablo, and Diablo is a pretty close acquaintance of mine, and we talk a lot. And he's actually messaged me up before this land and said, I got my eye on you, and I was like, all right. So I mean, we'll see what goes into Europe. I'm more excited for the European scene, not to down on the North America scene, but as you can tell, there's two really good teams.
Right.
Mob Gaming's coming up to be that, but in general, yeah, it's two good teams.
There's a big skill gap. It's not that there's a whole lot of teams like in COD2 where there were 8, 9 teams that were actually competitive, and there were maybe 4 or 5 teams that were above the rest. But right now, you're right. It's a two-man show in North America right now, which is unfortunate because I feel like there is talent in North America, but most of these teams are 2 to 3 roster changes away or if not one roster change away. You know, with Mob Gaming, I feel maybe one roster change away from being, you know, a dominant force like you guys are. And I tell you the one thing I wish would not have happened is the breakup of the original Nexus roster.
Oh, that was
a good team.
hard,
They were,
yeah.
you know, they were a couple of unknowns on there, but the chemistry, I mean, was better than I'd seen on a lot of teams. And I think it's a shame what happened there. And unfortunately, the Nexus team couldn't be here with whatever happened there. And that would have been another good team to have here, especially I think they kind of play on the same level as Mob right now.
It was a 3-team show back when Nexus was in their prime. But I don't want to say like I knew it, but like I could tell once Muse left, Deny left, that was just going downhill from there.
It was done.
Yeah, it wasn't just done. It was just the players, like, they're trying to go for like the best roster in the world. Muse was a solid player, so I mean, Muse does good on Mob, so I don't know.
He plays real well.
Yeah.
And people felt like he wasn't good enough to start there was the thing. And
Yeah.
I find that ridiculous because it's not always, you know, the guy with the most experience, the guy with the best shot, but that chemistry you build with your teammates.
If you look at it, it almost seems like they were scrambling for a roster change. Like they tried to scramble to get this all done, try to get a roster for NERV Europe, whatever.
Right.
Picked up good players. Jesse's a really good player. NERV, he's a really good aimer. But they started going like, I'm hearing they're trying to pick up Crafter and 47, I believe. That could be it. That's rumor.
Oh, wow.
It's rumor.
Wow.
But I mean, like, no offense to those guys, but it's just kind of like, it seems like a rushed roster.
Well, I will say that 47 is a good name.
Yeah, it's a good. No, he's a good gamer.
He's a good player, but I feel there are better gamers in COD 4 than 47.
He makes a bad name for himself online, but I met him at Nerveland 1, and like he was chill to me, so I was chill to him. But like he's kind of popular for being a jerk online.
He's a little full of himself, from what I understand.
But on the LAN, he was perfectly fine. That's why I was hanging out with him. He was perfectly cool. So
right.
I always give people a chance. If they want to be cool, I'll be cool back.
Well, you know, hopefully we won't see too many more roster changes. And I got to tell you, Nexus started out as one of my favorite teams because of the roster changes they made. You know, getting rid of Nightfall, cleaning up that roster, and you know, I've never met Nightfall. I've never talked to Nightfall, but I can tell you from what I read in forums, I don't like the kid.
He used to be on my old teammate actually. When I was really young, I was 15 years old playing COD 1. You know how he eats out his teammates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was that guy. I was the guy he always was like, Keith, what are you doing? Like, it was always like that. But I will give him this. He did make me into a better player with some tips he did. Like he used to be a really good gamer. Like anyone can tell you that he was a jerk, but he was a good gamer.
Right. Well, I mean, nobody will doubt his talent level.
Yeah,
it's his personality that I have decided that I don't like. I don't know him. But from what I read about him, he's very sure in himself with whatever it is he does. And he probably does have the skill to succeed. But in COD 4, he's killed a lot of teams.
Yeah, he's killed a lot of teams, and he also hasn't been as good as Haas, Jacob
previous
Stanton's. Games. Yeah. I mean, you should see the guy from the transition in-game and off-game. The guy was, like, night and day. Like,
really?
In-game, I was scared. Like, out of game, he loved me. Like, I was, like, his best friend. Like, I just don't understand. So, that's just Jacob for you, though. So, he's gone, though. You'll see him trolling the forums every so often to defend his name and call someone bad.
Exactly.
So,
well, I will say this about Mr. Sen. He's the only gamer with his own initials.
That's true.
NF, people know who you're talking about. As Mob Gaming has made a little bit of a run here if we want to get back to casting just a little bit here. As it is 11-4 now, as they have come back with 3 straight rounds. Rob Wish throwing on his toggle goggles there for us. And just waiting to get into this A bomb site, clear it out, get that SMG to work, as he's going to get naded by Chimpe, actually. A good delayed nade there. Smart play by them as they've naded them previously there and know they would be pushed back. Spec going to come try and wall through there at the dumpster area right there at the jump there. And let's look here at going up to the second floor of A here. We have 2 players going up. Wise Guy playing flank. And we have a 3v4 in favor of Mob right now. 3v2, I believe, in favor of Mob right now. So, you know, actually this will be a 3v4. My bad, my mistake there. So NTT is going to, Wombat's going to end things up there with Spec and Wise Guy, and here comes Wombat, 3 kills in a row. All of a sudden, it's a 2v1, and let's find the last remaining Mob member here in Mav, who is more than capable of clutching something like this, and he's going to get the kill on Wombat. So 1v1 here, Wise Guy versus Mav, and his heart's got to be going a million miles an hour right now. As you know, they're getting rounds here on a very, very good team, and he's been spotted by Wise Guy, and look at the patience here. This is a professional player. He's not going to show his position to anybody, although he does need to move a little bit faster, and he does so, pulling out the deagle and iron sighting to get there a little bit quicker, and going to move through bottom here. Mav has moved back out onto wood stairs. Wise Guy going to play this smart. Peek it probably here, head up inside. So he has made it through now. Mav has no idea where he is. and he's going to
Yeah,
fake it.
just
He's going to hold it, so he knows he is there. And we'll see if Mav is going to try and wall him here. He missed completely. He's coming up. He's trying to ninja defuse it. Not so much. That's 2 rounds in a row that he's tried to ninja defuse, and it is now 11-5. So we have a little bit of a ball game here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wonder if EG is let up a little bit here. I kind of feel that way, that they have let up a little bit. But, you know, I won't say that totally for sure, because, you know, MOBDeep is a good team, and they're getting rounds right here despite what's happening.
Well, you have on Crash, especially in any maps, you'll have a few random rounds where they'll make a good position on somebody and take the round. Like they're in a do or die situation, 11-5. They're going to do things that are trying to get these rounds. They're really getting it done here. As you see that one-on-one, well, something popular versus us though, like with the EG, we tend to, when Wombat's the last guy remaining in the bombs planet, we'll reel it because he's such a pro player that he'll never think that we reel it.
Right.
And we'll try to fake it, but we reel on him like a lot of times. But that's something kind of just funny we do.
That's just playing to the aspects of your opponent, and I mean that's practice time.
Yeah.
That's practice time right there. So we are now into the tie round. We got a dead round coming from Mob. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll find out. And EG is going to acknowledge. Chimp's monitor is messed up, evidently, so God, I hope we don't have to put another monitor over there, because that's going to take a while. So 12-5 here, and let's see. We will do a little scoreboard rundown for you guys here while we're waiting. Hopefully we get this done pretty quickly here. And the big score right now is 26-9. You know, coming from EG, and that's DKNY.
Deny. Yeah, he's
that's
sick.
Dr. Deny,
I
right?
told you he was sick, yeah.
Yeah, he's 26-9 right now, which is an impressive score.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad score at all, and pretty even scoring from the rest of the EG team here. You know, you got Wombat, Wise Guy, Rob Wiz, and NTT all sitting around the teens area there. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, Mav 17-15, and 13-15 here from Decrez, and then 7-7-9 here. So we're gonna have a restart here. We'll get back. It looks like 7 rounds left. Chimpe being a little hopeful there, I think, but 7 rounds left as it is 12-5, I believe. So we'll go ahead and ready up here. And once again, this is MOBDeep going up against EG. And MOBDeep is on a little bit of run here. And I'm joined here by Keith from Pandemic. So Keith has been our special guest caster for right now. And he will be playing here in, what, about an hour?
Oh, yeah, very soon.
We're casting MOBDeep and EG right now. So he seriously has got to stop doing that, dude. He comes in here all the time. I don't know what he's doing in here. But Mob Chimpe, he wants camera time. I tried to get him on for an interview, and he said no. So Chimpe is back in here. So, all right, good luck. Have fun. So 5v5 right now on MP Crash, and this could be the last round, and we could see 7 straight rounds here from MOBDeep, although I doubt it.
Yeah, well, they're too good of a team, man. What's cool about EG, though, is they got 2 COD influences, Deny and Rob, and they have 3 solid players, Wombat, Wise Guy, like we talked before, Entity, who just are good support players, and Entity's actually really aggressive, too. But you'll see Rob and Deny play a little bit more sporadic and
here
more
comes
risk-taking.
EG. Yeah. They are in it to win it here, as it is all up to Decrez here, and he's going to get a kill on Wise Guys, so going out with a fight here, but he's got 4 members from EG to put down, and I really think Rob Wiz was a pivotal point in them coming into the COD series with the pickup of Rob Wiz.
Yeah.
I think he has made, he's make or break for them in COD 4 right now, and the other players have now come to his level in COD.
Yeah, it's Rob was a good player. Rob was a good aimer. Rob was a good thinker. I mean, I can't give enough credit to EG,
he's
man.
a total package.
They're hard to play every time.
Indeed, sir. So we are here for EG versus MOBDeep, and we're going to get some more matches on the air for you guys. And Keith, I want to thank you for coming on air, man.
Yeah, no problem.
And hopefully we'll have you back, bro. So it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
You are the strategy man.
Yeah. Oh well, it's more like the board. Like we all correlate strategy, but like I try to make some stuff in my head. I'll present a lot of strats. So
never a bad deal. And check him out on ESCA.
Oh, yep,
got some COD 4 lessons. So, we should be getting paid by ESCA right now to plug all you guys. But,
yeah, I know.
Check him out on ESCA right now and give some COD 4 lessons. A very knowledgeable guy right here, good player. So, thanks again, man.
All right, man.
And
no
we'll
problem.
get to some shout-outs, and thanks for stopping by, bro.
All right, thank you.
Good luck tonight.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through some shout-outs here as I feel like my voice has recovered a little bit here, and hopefully I will not crackle. Let me get through some shout-outs here for you guys, as I have quite a few to get to. Let's see here. Here's one from Muck, and he wants a shout out to my boys Rom, and what a hell of a match between Rom and the others, and good luck to the rest of the teams. Rom and MOBDeep, that was. So there's your shout out, my man. Got one here from Stunna. And Stunna is going to be from Cylons here. Says, shout out to you for an excellent job so far tonight. Make sure you have 6 glasses of water nearby for your throat. Love you much. You know, the damn thing is that I'm drinking more water than, you know, I have to go tinkle a lot. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but it's not helping. And Pele has just reminded me, you know, we're going to give a little plug here for e-rev. We're here to make a little bit of money. And you guys will check out on the stream page right now. We do have team ads, okay? Envision is on there right now. Got a couple others lined up. And what we do is we will advertise your team on e-rev. All of these casts, your team banner will run in rotation. And actually what we will do, we will give you the opportunity to show our stats to your sponsors. And what that'll do will give you guys, you know, the exposure that, hey, that your team is being recognized on a website with so many hits, so many views, and so much of a gamer user base. And you guys can check that out. Get sponsors yourself for $5 a month from e-rev. We can run your ad for 30 days and run your team banner, and we'll be running some studies on that to show how well it works. And also, before I go on with any more shout-outs, we have some hardware to give away, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a Death Adder mouse here from Razer. We got a Razer Barracuda 5.1 gaming headphones. And we also have a glass mouse pad from SteelSeries that, you know, I don't even know the name of it. I1, I believe, is what it's called. Basically, your Ice Mat Siberia kind of deal. And those are all being given to us by Lauren Comps right now, and they are our new hardware sponsor here at e-rev.TV. And we will be doing a lot of work with them in the future here through the summer. And we will have a couple other lands lined up for you guys this summer. We got an AA land as well as Van land that we'll be advertising for you guys repeatedly here. And make sure you guys tune into the other games that we broadcast. I mean, COD4 is our lifeblood. We like to think we're the best at what we do in the games that we try to do them in, and we have a lot of other games other than COD4. So let me do a couple more shout-outs for you guys here, and then we'll find a match to do. And hopefully we can get e-rev out of here at a decent hour tonight, guys. What do you guys ready for bed, Mayday? Mayday says thumbs up. Pele's not talking to me because he's been up so long. And Carboy, I don't know what he's doing. Nightcrawler's over here helping out with IRC. So let's see here. We have 50 Cal Crafter says, I propose a match between Nerd and LP casted by e-rev. I'll tell you what, Crafter, I'll do that, man. I'm not kidding you. I'll do that. If you set up a match, NRD versus LP, and we'll get it set up, and we'll do that. I don't have a problem doing that. That would probably actually get a lot of views. So we'll check that out for you guys. And let's see here. Anger. Okay, Anger. Yeah, I'll give you a call, bro. One here from Madcast Icarus. And let's see here. It says, I'm proud of you, dude. You're beasting this shit. Thanks, man. Shout out to Caesar, you big cutie. Man, I am drunk. Let's chat. Okay, Icarus. And stay good and vent, be good and vent, be good in Madcast. Shout out to all my guys at Madcast, by the way. We just recently moved there to take on the COD4 team for them, and that's my personal team. All you guys from Flatline, Boo, Crooks, all you guys, Icarus, and all that. I wish you guys were here. It was a fun time. We're going to have to go to LAN together. Moors, you got to quit dodging, bro. And I got one here from Clone Gaming. I got that headset. It's it's a great headset. That's what he said. So another one here from Dynamo Furious G. Go to Dynamo Min now. No, we could not do that as they were nearly done. And we'll get some info for you guys on that matchup. So I tell you what, I got about 50 or 60 more shout-outs. And I tell you what, we will get a match to cast here. And I'll come on early and get some shout-outs for you guys before we go to the next match. So all you guys that have given me a shout-out will get some love from me, I promise you. And, hopefully we'll get out of here at a decent hour. So we're going to go find the next match. I think we have 2 or 3 left tonight. And we'll be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's e-rev TV here at Nerveland number 2. Tell your friends, get an IRC, and get us going here. And, we want to be at more lands for you guys. And the more popularity we get and the more hits we get, the easier it's going to be for us to help you guys out, help COD4, help other games. And once again, we're the only casting company in North America doing what we do for you guys right now. And I hope to God you guys are enjoying the show because I'm having a hell of a time here. So I'll be right back, and we'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned.